Can charging your phone incorrectly cause it to explode? Today, I'm going to test the limits and see if my phone will actually explode if I charge it the wrong way. Phone charging safety. It's a topic that gets a lot of attention, but also raises a lot of questions. Can charging your phone incorrectly really cause it to explode? Are we all just walking around with tiny ticking time bombs in our pockets? So let's talk about phone explosions. It's a fear that's pretty widespread. We've all heard the horror stories about phones catching fire or blowing up in people's hands. But how much of this is myth and how much is reality? Can charging your phone incorrectly really cause it to go up in flames? It's a question that's on a lot of people's minds, and one that we're going to tackle today. But before we dive in, I want to acknowledge that phone explosions are a serious issue. There have been cases where people have been injured, even killed, as a result of their phone malfunctioning. So it's not something we should take lightly. But what's behind these incidents? Is it simply a matter of charging your phone the wrong way, or is there more to it? One thing's for sure, there's a lot of misinformation out there about phone charging safety. We've all heard the warnings about not overcharging our phones or not leaving them charging overnight. But what's really going on inside that phone battery, and what happens when we charge it incorrectly? To answer that, we need to take a closer look at how phone batteries actually work. Phone batteries are made up of a series of tiny cells that store energy. When you charge your phone, you're essentially filling up those cells with electricity. But here's the thing. Phone batteries are designed to operate within a specific voltage range. If you exceed that range, you can cause the battery to overheat, which is when things can get dangerous. But overheating isn't the only risk. There's also the issue of electrical currents. When you charge your phone, an electrical current is flowing into the battery. If that current becomes too strong, it can cause the battery to short circuit, which can also lead to a fire or explosion. So it's clear that charging your phone incorrectly can have serious consequences. However, it's also important to note that most modern phones are designed with safety features to prevent exactly these kinds of incidents. They have built-in circuit breakers that can detect if the charging current is getting too strong and shut it down before it becomes a problem. They also have protective casing around the battery to prevent it from overheating. But despite these safety features, there's still one big risk factor: third-party chargers. When you use a cheap, no-name charger, you're taking a risk. These chargers might not be built to the same safety standards as the official ones, and that can increase the risk of a malfunction. So it's always a good idea to stick with official chargers or reputable third-party brands. So, what's the takeaway from all this? Can charging your phone incorrectly really cause it to explode? The answer is it's unlikely, but not impossible. If you're using a reputable charger and following safe charging practices, the risk of your phone exploding is extremely low. But it's still important to be cautious, especially when using third-party chargers. In the end, it's all about being informed and taking the right precautions. Don't charge your phone in extreme temperatures. Don't leave it charging overnight, and always use a reputable charger. By following these simple tips, you can minimize the risk of your phone malfunctioning. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you've had any experiences with phone charging safety or have any questions, be sure to leave them in the comments below. And if you want to stay safe in the world of tech, be sure to check out our other videos on safe phone practices.